And we're live.
Hello.
Okay, hello, my good people who are watching us today. And today we're doing a very special one, which I'm sure you've all been through, overcoming doubts and how to trust the process of moving forward. Because there's nobody I know on this earth who doesn't doubt themselves, others, the situation, life in general, the government, the school, the teachers, the bottle of Coke, the new drink they're having. Anyway, नमस्ते मेरा नाम नंदिनी है और मुझे बहुत गर्व है कि मैं एक digital business owner हूँ. I'm the mother of two grown-up children who are married and live independently. I'm a life coach, a well-being mentor, and the best thing in my life, I'm a digital business owner. Over to you, William.
Bulivinaka. My name is William. I live here in Fiji with my sister and my parents. I just finished my studies last year and I've started working in administration. I love skateboarding. I'm also a musician and I'm also a proud online business owner. Thank you.
Alright, mayong buntag sa tanan. Ako di ay si Rona. I am originally from Siquijor, Philippines, but now living here in Maine, USA. I am a mom, a wife, a healthcare worker, and a proud digital business owner.
Hi, magandang buhay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching right now. Thank you and welcome again to our episode, The Word Work Online. My name is Alvina, living here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, originally from the Philippines. And I'm a wife, an educator by profession, a mentor, and a business coach, passionate about helping people grow, equipping them, and helping them discover their purpose.
Michechi Amunyina Mutsiemi Minian Mugana for. My name is Dokas. I'm originally from Ghana, but I live here in Australia with my beautiful family. I'm a mom of two young kids. I'm a wife, I'm a Christian, and I'm a proud digital business owner.
All right. Thank you so much. Magandang umaga, magandang gabi. Hello, my name is Jel. I am a mom of two. I'm a wife to an OFW here in Papua New Guinea. I have over a decade of experience in corporate HR and recruitment and also a proud digital business owner.
Thank you, guys. So, this is a very special team to me. The Word Works Online, and we meet every Thursday at this time to bring you more about ourselves and this business and to connect to people's hearts. Because everywhere there are people, there's always somebody with the same story that one of us have. And we have no doubt about that. When I lost everything, and today I met somebody who'd also lost everything. She was much younger than me. But both of us went through the same thing. I lost everything, my life as I knew it, my city, my friends, the food that I loved, the rhythm of the life that I loved. And with that, there was shame, there was guilt, there was blame. My self esteem went out the window, my self confidence, I don't know where it disappeared. And I kept going down this rabbit hole. And the friend that I met today shared almost exactly the same story. And we could have been the same person. And then, literally, this business came as a savior to me. And I promise you, those who believe in God will know this. Every day, I literally used to feel God blessing me, like, and saying, don't worry, I'm giving you, sending you the right thing. I'm sending you the right thing. And boy, was I sent the right thing. And even then, because you see, our minds, the brain is geared to stick to the familiar, whether we like it or not. And neuroscience has, this is a scientific fact. Neuroscience talks about it all the time. We are so stuck in our comfort zone. It could be the worst thing for us. But to shift out of that and try something that's the unknown is very tough. So even though I just told you self-confidence gone, self-esteem gone, was low mental physics, whatever, I still doubted. I doubt everything about it. But the person who sent it to me was very kind and knows that I'm a people person. So kept sending me these little videos. And I wasted a whole year. A whole year, I kid you not. But looking at those videos and hearing real stories of real people like Alvina, Dorcas, Jel, Grona, and William will share today, videos like this made me understand that if ordinary, everyday people like me could change their lives, there has to be something in this. And I changed from doubting myself because I felt if Rona can do it, why can't I do it? I stopped doubting. If Yell can do it, why can't I do it? If William can do it, why can't I? If Dorcas can, why can't I? Alvina can, why can't I? And there were many other names. And so I joined. So when doubt comes, don't always trust doubt because it doesn't always take you down the right path. It normally keeps you stuck in your comfort zone, like it kept me stuck. So thank you. Over to you, William.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. Oh, lovely. So what I'll be touching on is facing fears, right? One thing we can all agree on is that we all have fears. Might be the same, might be different, but we all have fears, things that we are afraid of, things that we wouldn't dare try, maybe because of what people might think or whatever reasons might be holding you back. And one thing that I want to focus on is uncertainty. And this is one thing that stops so many people from starting and embracing the learning journey. Um, One thing that I want to stress is that our brains, they are wired for survival. That's just our human nature. That's how our minds work. We are wired for survival, not necessarily success. And uncertainty that triggers doubts. So you might be asking yourself, what if I'm not good enough? What if I mess this up? What if what might others think if I fail? Or what if I put all my eggs into this basket and it doesn't work out? And most people, like the truth is, most people never start, and it's not because they can't, but it's because they won't face the discomfort of not knowing whether whether things are gonna work out or not. But that's really important is that um, there is a hidden cost for not taking action or inaction, right? So when you when you decide not to choose, that is still a choice, and often it's the most expensive one, right? You lose time, you lose your confidence, your momentum, and opportunity. And there's one quote that I want to bring to us, and um, that is that doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. And one thing that I'd like to do, one thing I like to say is that um, we should reframe uncertainty as growth. Now, everyone who's achieved so much in their life, every expert was once a beginner, and that just goes to show that uncertainty it is a part of that growth. It's a part of the mastery of whatever it is that you want to achieve. And you don't start growing before you start. It's the other way around, right? And you grow just because you start. That's how it is. And failing does not mean that you are failing. It just means that you're learning. And that's one amazing thing about the human mind. We can learn anything that we truly apply our mind. And so focus on action over answers. You don't need to know everything in order to start. In fact, no one does. No one knows anything when they start. And when you start, that's where you learn. That's where you pick up the skills. You learn through mentorship from your peers, and really, the journey of growth it's more about um, showing up, and it's not about getting it right. Just trusting the process, even though it gets messy, and uncertainty isn't a stop sign, right? It's
No.
the start of something that's worth doing. So yeah, I just like to challenge us to um, face it, feel it, the fears that might be holding us back. Face it, feel it, and move anyway. Because a growth only happens once you start. Thank you very much.
Superb. Thank you, William. And there's your mom there. Hey, hi, Lena. Watching from New York. Hi. And Lena said, yeah. Hi, ladies. Hi, son, William. And your mom says, yes, you are right, William. Thank you for sharing about this amazing platform. Woohoo! Amen is right. You have a wonderful son, Lena. Super.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lena and Nima, for watching. Today I want to talk about something that so many of us go through but don't always say out loud. It's the self-doubt. That voice, the one that whispers, "I'm not capable." That voice used to visit me all the time. And when I first started this journey, I wasn't confident. I didn't have all the answers. And every step felt like I was walking into the unknown. But here's what I've learned that, doubt doesn't mean you're not capable. Just like what William said, it does not mean you're not capable. It just means that you are growing. And see, I used to wait until I felt ready because that's what we are used to do. Like we wait until we feel like we're ready. And I thought I had to be perfect before I could take that first step. But growth doesn't wait for perfection. It waits for movement. So instead of letting that voice stop me, I started doing small things every day. I learned, I listened, I tried again even when I failed. And every action I took, even the messy ones, built a little more trust in myself. That's when I realized confidence doesn't come first, action does. And there's no shortcut to building life or building belief in yourself. You built it by showing up even when it's uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable. It doesn't mean that you're uncomfortable, you already stop because you don't feel like doing it. So if you're in that space right now, questioning yourself, wondering if you're really cut out for that dream, that business, or that next big decision, let me tell you something I wish someone had told me earlier, that you don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep moving. The process isn't always pretty. It's slow, it's messy, and it can feel uncertain. But if you keep showing up, one decision, one step at a time, you look back and realize you were capable all along. So, my advice for anyone who's going to be watching this, trust the process, trust yourself, and when doubt shows up, answer it with action. Thank you.
Thank you, sis. That's why we celebrate small wins, right? Sometimes we wait for the big success before we celebrate anything. But what if I told you the small wins are the reason we get there? We celebrate small wins because they remind us that we're making progress even when we are not yet there. When you're building something new, just like Sis Rona mentioned, like starting a business, growing your confidence, or shifting your life, it can feel slowly, scary, and uncertain, but every little step forward matters. In this journey of building a business, growing in faith, and stepping out of our comfort zone, I'll learn one powerful truth. The more grateful you are, the more blessings flow in your life. That's why I celebrate even the small wins. My first live video, even though I was nervous, but I smiled and said, that's one step closer to confidence. And then number two, finishing a training after a long day, I thanked God and told myself, you're growing, Albina, keep going. So creating my first reels and sharing my voice. And I'm so grateful and thank you, Coach Gel, for leading us the 90-day Reels Challenge. I learned a lot from there. And then reading 30 minutes or an hour a day to grow. And of course, sitting down there and grab my coffee and enjoy the quiet time moment for me. So I'm so grateful for that. Getting a kind message from someone I inspired, like helping just a little things, and that's a wins for me. And then having time again for myself, for my husband. We celebrate with the simple meals and prayers. Um, that time together in one of the biggest win for me. I didn't quit when was hard. Instead, I celebrate because I always there, like keep showing up, saying yes to something new, even when I was scared. This there's a moment that I'm moving forward. I'm not doing it alone because we have a big community and you are here to support me too. So I thank God for everything, every small wins, because every step I take is filled with His grace. And the more I give thanks, the more He continue to open doors I never imagined. So do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the works begin. So encourage us to embrace each of our journey, no matter how small it is. So if you are watching right now, don't wait for the big wins to celebrate. Thank God for the little ones too, because those small wins, they're preparing for you something greater. So that's it. Thank you and mabuhay. Hi everyone.
Hi. So, thanks for watching. Thank you, Avina, for sharing that with us. So, for me today, I want to share something that I have faced, and I know many people have faced in this journey as well. So, what do you do when the people you love or care about don't understand or support your new path, right? Maybe you have felt this. You found something new, you were excited about it, something that finally feels right for you. And then all of a sudden, the person that you care about or love looks at you and say to you, are you sure about this? Is this not a scam? Why don't you stick to your job? Oh my God, that's things, right? But for me, when I started my journey, I remember I went through the whole process. I watched the webinar. I booked a call with my coach, who was so friendly at that time. Like it was as if I had met her days ago. And that was the first time I was meeting her. She had the time to explain everything. And then, afterwards, I had to tell my husband because we are doing life together, right? I had to let him know that this is what I have found. I really feel strongly in my heart to do this for us, to do this for our future, for our own peace of mind. But, he didn't really support it at the beginning because I understand he was coming up from a place of love, right? He was trying to protect me out there because there were so many scams online that he had heard about from his experience and all of that. But I knew what I had found in the business. I had seen the value because I was the one that went through the whole process, right? I was the one that went through and got all the information for myself. So, yes, it took a while for him to finally support me. And if I tell you how good it feels for your partner or your husband to support you on this journey, it's just so exciting, right? But I didn't get that from the very beginning. He didn't support me from the very beginning. He actually went online, read all the false information out there, not in our community, right? He went online and read because he wanted to do his research and make sure that I was doing the right thing, or I was involving myself in a legitimate business. So I gave him some time, right? I didn't give up on my dream. I didn't give up on him, but I gave him some time, and I decided to look for the information, right? The legitimacy of the business, and then I finally showed everything to him. And by the grace of God, he finally came on board and supported me, right? So if you are out there who, feeling the same thing that I felt. Sometimes it's not even your husband, it's just your friends and family out there who don't understand your part, who don't support you. But I want you to remind yourself of why you want to do this in the first place, right? And ask yourself that if I don't start this journey, how is my life going to be? Am I still going to be torn between providing for my family and showing up for my family? Am I going to, still stay stuck in a cycle of working long hours and all of that? So remind yourself of why you want to start this journey, right? I was reading something and I saw this comment that really gave me the chills, and it said that when God gives you the vision, when God gives you a vision, it's not a conference call. Not everyone will see it because it wasn't given to them. So you know what you want to achieve out of starting this journey. You know why you are doing this. You are doing this perhaps for your family, right? To not regret being there to see your children grow, to be able to build a better future for yourself, to support your family. Because I know a lot of immigrants here, still send support to our families, right? Or because of all the long hours that we work, we get sick almost all the time, right? We are not able to take care of ourselves, take care of our families, right? And do the things that we've always wanted to do. So when those things happen and you are facing doubts from friends and all of that, I want you to remind yourself why you want to do this in the first place. And I believe that your why of starting this new journey is going to push you forward to start and build something better for yourself and your family. So if you're out there facing this issue, you are not alone. Stand firm, keep showing up. And if it's your partner or if it's your husband, sometimes it's just out of love that they are trying to protect you. But give them the right information. Explain to them why you are trying to do this, not just for yourself, not to prove anyone wrong, but to create a better future for yourself and your family. And I believe they will come around and you'll be able to embark on this beautiful journey. So that is all from me. Over to you, Jael.
Thank you so much. I love it, sis. Let's just say hi to Sharon and sis
Hi,
Lucy.
Sarah.
Hello.
Hi, Lucy.
All right, thank you so much. So, I will be sharing about trusting the system and the training in overcoming doubts in our business. Can I just say hi to Tina, who just joined our business today? Hello, sis. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. So, what I will be sharing is yes, trusting the system and the training. So, again, when we first came across this business, 4 years ago, I really had no idea what we were going to do. I think I shared it here before. I swear, when we were there with the coach, we booked our coaching call. I really didn't understand what she was talking about. But my husband was with me, and being my husband, he totally understand what we have to go through in the business. But for me, what really pushed me to start the business, even if I really don't understand anything at all, was the desire to be like those people who I have watched on the videos, moms who have been able to stay home with their kids, moms who were able to get the time, freedom, and flexibility to be with their family at the same time to earn more. And I said, okay, I really want to be like that. So if I just have to follow the process and the training, I think I can do that. I can do the same thing. Because imagine when we started the business, we weren't tech savvy. We don't have any background at all in starting an online business. We were traditional business owners, but that's totally different. When you start an online business, it's really a new thing and it's something unique and it's something that people during that time did they have their eyes on you, like, why is she starting an online business? Because it's something that they're not open to, right?
Yeah.
And I had so many doubts also when we were running the business, or when we were deciding to start the business. And I was also thinking, like, can I really do this business? What if I fail? What if I don't understand anything? And that fear actually almost stopped us from starting this business. But again, I always go back to that very reason why we wanted to start. I wanted to be like those moms in the videos. If they can do it, I can do that too. But what I learned early on is that I didn't have to know everything right away in this business. We just have to take things one step at a time. And this business comes with, again, a proven system and a very comprehensive training program that would walk you through everything step by step. When we started, I was working full time, so I really don't have a lot of time to do the business. I only had 30 minutes a day, sometimes 1 hour to allot for my training, because I was still working full time. I have daughter to look after. And even in that short time, I was really learning and I was applying what I learned in the training. And slowly, I became more confident. I gained the knowledge and the foundation of what's this business about, how to run this and all. So I get to have a feel of what we're actually doing in the business. What also helped me was the amazing support, right, from our business community. There are experienced business owners who are so generous with sharing strategies, answering questions, and guiding us along the way. I never felt alone in the process, just like what we have here in our group. We always share strategies. Our group chat is always so busy with strategies, new things that we can share to each other so that we can all improve our businesses. I so love it. And you get to have that kind of support and community when you start your business. There's always someone to reach out to when I get stuck. And that actually really helped me push through the doubts that I have in the business. And I think that's also very important when you're new in this business, especially if it's something that you've never done before or something that you are doubting, right? So it's good to have a support group or people who would be walking with you in your journey. And I think one of the biggest lessons for me was realizing that I didn't need to know everything before I start the business. I just need to trust the system to do my part, right? Because everything is laid down for us already. We've got the training, we've got the system, we've got the support group and everything. You just have to use it. You just have to do your part. You just have to take action, and you just have to stay consistent. Every little actions that I took back then, it has brought me closer to my goals and to where we are right now. And with every small win that we have, we became more confident in running our business and growing our business. And now, 4 years later, I'm running this business full time from home. I get to be fully present with my kids. I earn more than my corporate job, and I continue to grow and learn, not only for myself but with the people who genuinely wants us to succeed. And looking back, I'm so grateful I didn't let the fear hold me back. That fear hold me back to starting a business and to really running this successful online business. So to everybody who's watching us live right now, we've got a lot of viewers. Thank you so much, everyone. If you're new to this and you're feeling unsure, I just wanted to remind you that you don't need to have it all figured out. You just have to trust the process. You just have to follow the training and lean on the support that's available to you. Take it one step at a time, always one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself, and the result will definitely follow, right? So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us to today's episode of The World Works Online, a global system that works for anyone, anywhere, at any stage. We hope that our stories reminded you that doubts, fears, and challenges are normal when you start something new, right? But when you trust the process, you follow the training, and you stay consistent, amazing things can happen. Each of us here came from different countries, different professions, life stages, and yet we all share one thing in common. We took that first step. And because of that, we now enjoy the freedom, the flexibility, and the fulfillment in this business. So if you've been thinking about starting something for yourself as well, this is your sign. You just have to sign up on any of our websites here and watch our free webinar or send us a message if you have any questions, right? Would love to help you get started. Thank you again for being with us. And we can't wait to see you in the next episode of The World Works Online, because this business truly works for anyone, anywhere, at any stage. So see you again next time. See you next
All
week. Bye for
right.
so much,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
God
Bye.
bless.
I got it. Thank
God
you.
bless you